Are Chelsea about to make another huge signing before deadline day in the form of Brentford's Ivan Toney? Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to another video. Chelsea's transfer window has been nothing short of incredible. Whether it's through good or bad reasons, you'll obviously be the judges of that. But let's face it, their transfer window has been pretty active to say the least. It seems they have delivered more players to their fans than Amazon have delivered more parcels. But let's face it, whether it's good, whether it's bad, it has been entertaining, it has been exciting. With only a few days left of the transfer window, it seems that Chelsea could be adding another player to their ranks and to their squad in the form of Brentford's Ivan Toney. A player who, for all intents and purposes, was seemingly set to move to Saudi Arabia this summer for a mega wage packet for him. Well, it seems that in the 11th hour, Chelsea have come in with a bid to Brentford to seemingly hijack this potential move. We're going to be talking about Toney, we're going to be talking about Chelsea, we're going to be talking about this potential transfer story developing before our very eyes here. But without further ado, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things are always incredibly greatly appreciated. And get involved in the comment section as well. I'm sure you have a lot of interesting thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it. So do use and abuse that comment section, people. Talk to me on this and let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling down below. Would love to hear what you have to say. But for right now, let's get on with the video. Let's get into it. Ivan Toney and a potential move to Chelsea. Like I say, if you've been following this Ivan Toney story for a while, you know that all summer long we've been speculating about where Toney's future lies. We know that there's been plenty of interest in Ivan Toney, but nothing has really materialised. Teams like Arsenal were seemingly interested. Chelsea were seemingly interested. Manchester United were seemingly interested. Tottenham were seemingly interested, among others. But then it all went a bit quiet. I think those kinds of teams focused on players elsewhere. And then it seemed Saudi Arabia had Toney on their radar. And it seemed like he was going to be earning mega money by going to Saudi Arabia. And that's seemingly where he was going to go. For all the reports and all the rumours and whispers and things, it seemed like a deal was edging ever closer to being completed between a Saudi Arabian club whose name escapes me now and Ivan Toney. But now it seems that Chelsea may be about to potentially hijack this move. And it's smart on Chelsea. It's not really a phrase I've been using too much on Chelsea this summer. It's got to be said. Only a couple of signings have really sort of impressed me and I've liked about Chelsea, in all honesty. But this one does make sense. All summer long, Chelsea fans, rival fans, neutral fans, whoever, have been crying out for Chelsea to buy a striker because that is seemingly the one position that they desperately needed to beef up in terms of both quality and depth. And they weren't seemingly doing it. They were seemingly going out and they were buying this winger and that winger and this winger and that winger and this midfielder and this 19-year-old and this 16-year-old and this 18-year-old that they're going to all flip for money later on down the line. And yeah, it's certainly been a very active window from Chelsea's point of view. But the one area that they have failed to address throughout the entirety of their transfer window, despite seemingly signing 645 million players, has been the striker position. Nicholas Jackson currently occupies it. You could play also Nkunku as a false number 9, I suppose. But there's no one seemingly of real quality in that area. Ivan Toney fixes that problem. Premier League proven, absolutely smashed it with Brentford over the past few years of obviously them arriving into the Premier League and stabilising themselves as a Premier League club. This guy would tick all them boxes. And we've already talked about him in previous videos as well. We talked about what Toney would bring to any Premier League club in terms of how great he is as a striker, in terms of how ice cold he is, how cold he is in front of goal, how prolific he is, how consistent he is. We talked about how great his link-up play is, his physicality to bring others into play, to hold the ball up, whatever it may be. Ivan Toney has got it all. His work rate is absolutely solid. He will press from the front. He has it all. And that's why it's been very strange from the outside looking in as to why no one has gone in for this guy. Why has no one gone in for this guy until seemingly now? Like, I know there was rumours and a lot of interest in him, but there was no one that was willing to pull the trigger on this potential deal, despite the fact that a year ago there was a lot of teams that were interested, but were a little bit put off by the asking price of Brentford. This time around, he only has 1 year left on his contract. Brentford have slashed their asking price to somewhere in the region of 40 to 50 million pounds. It seemed to me like a no-brainer for a team that wants a Premier League proven striker, for a team that wants an ice-cold finisher in front of goal who's prolific and who does all the other stuff of an all-round complete striker. Signing Ivan Toney seemed an absolute no-brainer for teams that wanted a striker, such as a Chelsea, such as an Arsenal. Maybe not so much a Manchester United because they already have Rasmus Højlund and they want that kind of project to work, and they've obviously signed Joshua Zirkzee since then. But a Tottenham definitely would have he would have definitely been a valuable service to any one of those teams, just to name a few. Tottenham obviously went with Solanke. Arsenal are seemingly in for Gyökeres still. Whether that does materialise in the final few days of the transfer window, who knows? But it does now seem that Chelsea have finally landed on a striking option in the form of Brentford and England striker Ivan Toney. And this is wonderful news for Chelsea. If they can get this over the line, this would be the icing on top of their cake in terms of goal scoring output. This is a guy who will feed well off of the chances that this Chelsea side will make. He will be absolutely electric in pressing from the front, doing what Maresca wants in terms of that aspect, being physical to hold the ball up, bringing others into play, linking up with England teammate Cole Palmer, linking up on one side with Pedro Neto, linking up on the other side with whatever one of the 500 wingers that Chelsea decide to put out there on the other side. Like, this is a smart move by Chelsea that has been a long time coming and should have happened probably a long time ago, and surprisingly hasn't happened before now. Maybe they were pretty confident of maybe signing an Osimhen as to why they maybe put Ivan Toney on the back burner a little bit. Maybe that's now come to fruition if the Osimhen deal is, as we seemingly see it, not exactly on the cards as much anymore as what it used to be. Maybe that's the case. It does strike me as odd that they would go back to Toney if obviously something hasn't happened there. But this is a smart move by Chelsea nonetheless. An absolute smart move by Chelsea to bring in a Premier League proven goal scorer, a prolific goal scorer at that. Someone who has all the qualities of an all-round striker. If he's not scoring goals, he's at least putting in a shift, putting in a performance of an all-rounder to try and help his teammates find a goal. Assist, the guy who does something to help assist, I don't know, whatever the pretense is for that kind of thing. Whatever it is, Toney can offer it all. And like I say, with the attacking options that Chelsea have, it's starting to all come together now. I've got to admit, it's starting to all come together. You add Toney to the mix, and Chelsea might not be on for as bad a season as what I initially predicted. I'm going to be honest. Like, I put them to finish mid-table, and to be fair, that could still be on the cards, even with Ivan Toney. Only time will tell. But I guess the chances are reduced with Toney's presence in that position. Like I say, natural-born striker, killer instinct up front, works extremely hard for the team. An all-round striker that Chelsea could be on the verge of purchasing if, of course, this is all to go through. I guess the sticking point would be, where does Toney's intentions lie? We've seen him basically say that every club that has seemingly been in for him is a dream move. So, does that include Saudi Arabia? Who knows? it obviously does question where his intentions lie in terms of financial ability, because although Chelsea aren't exactly skint, I don't think they would probably compete with the wages that maybe Saudi Arabia are prepared to offer an Ivan Toney, for example. Reportedly, he could get 400k a week there. Reportedly. So it's all about where his intentions lie. But if you're Ivan Toney and you're looking to be a part of a project which is a big gamble, admittedly, it's a massive gamble at Chelsea, given the impatient fan base, the impatient ownership, and given the fact that they've got about 1,000,001 different youngsters that have got potential, but probably will not all be able to grow to their promising level, altogether. It's a big risk for Toney, especially if he has intentions of remaining in the England setup as well. It's going to be a big decision for Toney. Does he want to set himself up and his family for life in terms of financial gain by going to Saudi Arabia? Or does he want to go to play for Chelsea? Be a part of a project which is a big gamble, but at the same time will keep him in the loop of being in the England setup, will keep him in the possible fray of maybe going on to achieve European success, potentially. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what the future may hold for Ivan Toney. But one thing is for sure, the Ivan Toney situation is far from over, despite the fact that we all thought he was going to be going to Saudi Arabia. Chelsea have come in with an 11th hour bid for this striker, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for Ivan Toney. These are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever to call it, of this guy, though. I want to know what you guys are thinking and feeling. Let me know what your guys' thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings are down below in the comment section. All of that good stuff I'm sure will make for interesting and great reading. So please do use and abuse that comment section, people. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way out if you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you're new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and forever greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I will see you speak to you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you all again very, very soon.